Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Friday, October 20th, 2023, and this is my pre-market report. Lots of things moving around here. Let me start off with this. So last night we heard from our illustrious, beautiful man of a president, and he gave a speech as to why it is that at least he believes that we should be fighting two wars. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you even know this, but the United States did become directly involved in this war last night as a U.S. destroyer did shoot down apparently several cruise missiles fired from Yemen on their way to Israel. So the first shots of the war by the United States have taken place here. And we're going back to our illustrious, beautiful person sitting behind the Resolute desk, who is nothing but a puppet, but let's talk more about this. So he gave what I would say was a pretty inspirational speech as, again, why we here in the United States, we the people, should send hundreds of billions of dollars over there while we can't even fund our own government. Basically, it came down to this. This is the United States of America. This is America. And basically, he said our lot in life is that we have to police the world. And, we have to push ourselves deeper in debt to do it. I mean, it's an incredible situation here. The United States, we are the most indebted nation in the history of the world. We've never seen anything like it before by exponents. And we have to bury ourselves deeper in debt to prove that we're the United States of America. And we need to fund this war and that war and anything else. You gotta be freaking kidding me, people. I mean, this is, again, I told you what this is. It's a con job. They're trying to sell you, well, not just one war, but two. And it's not going to stop. And this is a mechanism, again, see, look, any of these things, and they're all things, cannot tell you the truth that liquidity is drying up. The system is collapsing right before our eyes. And without the expansion and propagation of war, well, this entire thing is just going to come down real fast here. The system is illiquid. We all know that. Imagine, seriously, if we had a real leader, just one person, even someone running for president, who would tell you the truth. They can't. None of them will tell you the truth. That should at least, shed a little light on the situation for you here. It's going to be more of the same no matter who they select to sit behind the Resolute desk. It doesn't matter. They can't tell you the truth. It's unbelievable here. Anyway, so that's what that whole speech was about. Selling you why, because this is America, that we have to, police the world, fund every single war and everything else that goes on, but we can't, fund our own government. And, again, our illustrious, beautiful president didn't explain to the American people, or anyone for that matter, where's the cash coming from? Where's all this cash coming from? We don't have it. Well, he can't tell you that it's got to come from the Federal Reserve, of course, who is not federal nor has any reserve. They just got to create it magically out of thin air, and it's massively inflationary. And of course, because this is America, that inflation is going to hit us all like a freight train moving forward. That brings me to something else here, and I covered this yesterday just real quick. We understand that action must be taken. It must be taken to stop the bleeding in the debt market. All of this is going to change, and fast. Now, again, the Federal Reserve has options. They can expand this war. They could create, and they more than likely will, in my view, a massive false flag event which will push cash into the debt market and, again, stabilize it. It'll be a Band-Aid as well, just like this war. Again, we called this to the letter perfectly here. When we found out that this war started on Saturday, on Sunday, I did my markets look ahead. I told you what was going to happen. Everyone thought this market was going to crash. And I was like, nope, You're going to see the debt market stabilize, and you're going to see cash move into the stock market. Of course, I got laughed at and ridiculed, but it turned out to be exactly what I said. And that can be, let's put it this way, they can weaponize the system as they always do. They could kill, I don't know how many more people they want to kill, probably thousands, maybe millions, I don't know. Another false flag, a massive false flag, would temporarily stabilize the debt market, push cash back into the stock market. And that is their goal anyway, at least in my view. But is it possible, like I said, that this is that moment where they want to bring it all down? I don't think so. I'm telling you, I don't know how to say this another way than I feel it in my freaking bones. This war, this new war that we have to support because we're the United States of America. This is going to go on and on and on, just like Ukraine, Russia, on and on and on, because it's a mechanism to pull cash into the system. That's all it is, okay? No one wants to win these wars. They're just perpetual. They're going to go on and 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 expand, of course. It's an incredible thing to see people, all the stuff that you and I have spoken about. It's in our face, and it's happening right freaking now. Anyway, with regard to that whole thing, the 10-year yield last night hit 5%. But this morning, by some miracle, just happened to drop. A 10-year yield 4.93 as I am doing this video blog. The U.S. dollar on a relative strength basis is weaker. The Mannarino market risk indicator, again, free to you, free to everyone on this planet, link below, did come down, but in no way, shape, or form is risk at a normal level here. Risk remains at an extreme level. I mean, we are deep into the red with regard to the MMRI. Last time I looked at it, was 325. So look, you get the situation. You know what to look for here. My main concern here, and I know it's going to happen. I know all of you as well probably feel the same way. We can expect a false flag on a massive scale to hit. And again, we heard from here. This is just a lovely piece of information here. Where did I write this down here? I wrote it here. So the State Department has put out a worldwide terror alert. Again, what is this? This is yet another phase in the war on terror, which is going to require untold, unbelievable sums. Understand? To fight, just like the Fed's in the fight of their life, fighting inflation. They're fighting inflation. You know they are, because that's what they're telling you. Meanwhile, inflation has been rising and rising and rising and rising with no end in sight. We continue to get lied to by vomitous mass Powell, okay, telling us how our economy is strong. Our economy is strong. Meanwhile, go to the Fed's own website and you could see GDP dropping like a freaking rock, but we're doing great and we're all rich. You can't make this up. Mortgage demand at a 30-year low. People can't. Hoovervilles are popping up all over America. This is what it's meant to do. People, you and I, some of you have been with me for a very long time, have been explaining, we've been discussing repeatedly what's going on here. This is a neo-feudal system. Extreme haves, extreme have-nots. So let me explain something else in case you don't know. Wealth is being concentrated in smaller and smaller hands, just as it is about, it's all about that. It's about transferring wealth to the 1% and 2%ers, okay? 1% of this country, of America, owns half the country's wealth. I mean, does that sound normal to you? People are getting destroyed. They're getting wiped out. They can't make ends meet. They're dealing with inflationary pressures, which are going to get much, much worse because it's our lot in life, the United States of America, to fund every single war that they throw at us. We have to do it. And it's sold to you the same way that they've been selling you war since, wars began. We have to do this because if we don't, then these group of people are going to take over the world. Or this other group of people is going to take over the world. It's fear, okay? It's all fake. We all know that. It's not true. Again, the president's speech, putrid last night was to sell you a war via making you afraid. And it's always the same. Imagine your shock. Imagine my shock. No. Anyway, going back to this market, as I said, 10-year yield fell. Risk has dropped a little bit, but we are nowhere near a stable debt market. Nowhere near a stable debt market. So expect a major false flag event. Expect war to expand. Again, the United States has just fired its first shots of the war. You think those are the last ones? How about no? Okay. Cryptocurrencies are surging higher this morning. Gold, silver, crude oil, all catching a bid. And that's pretty much where we stand with this market here, people. Let me say this too real quick. The Federal Reserve is going to use the environment we're in as a scapegoat. I do not believe that the Federal Reserve is going to raise rates anytime soon. Okay, we're going to see, more than likely, we're going to see nothing. The Fed's going to stay put for a while. And then if they have to, moving forward, they will cut rates. But again, they're already setting the stage. The United States is strong. Our economy is booming. Hoovervilles. Oh, that doesn't matter. These people are happy living there. And they're, eating bugs like they're supposed to do. But that's okay. Ignore all that. But I'm telling you, I am Powell. I'm telling you, the economy is strong. Listen to me because I'm an authority figure. Yeah, you make it up. Make any of this stuff up, people. It's totally absurd. And it's all the world is a stage, isn't it? And it's propaganda to the highest possible order and then some. But the Fed's going to find an excuse to inflate. Central bank's power, people, resides in one thing: their ability to issue debt. And this war, this new war, this war on terror, State Department now issuing this worldwide terror alert, is going to give central banks every excuse they need to continue to pump the system, along with our so-called representatives who can't represent themselves. Do you realize what's going on here? Do you see the dysfunction here? You're watching the fall of an empire and the creation of a new one, a new world order, okay? Living under the rulership of central banks around the world who are the government. Okay, we have no representation. You need any more proof than what you're seeing right now? I don't think so. I think you're all waking up. Those of you that have been with me for the longest time, you get it. But the new people here, they don't. But we need to make it our business to wake these people up and make them understand what's happening to them. And this is not by accident. So, what can you take away from this video? Watch, people. Another major false flag event is likely to happen and happen soon. So they can try to temporarily stabilize the debt market here, and that will push cash into the stock market. It's the illusion of the market that must be kept real. The illusion of the market must be kept real. This whole thing is an illusion. Nothing is real. Nothing is what it seems to be. If you understand who our enemy is, and I know you know who it is, who the real enemy is the central banks collectively. They are a curse upon the earth. And we the people, via our so-called loving, caring representatives, have allowed these institutions to flourish. We have calling for negative rates, a weaker dollar, all these things that make central bankers happier than any people on this planet Earth. It's all happening. It's all happening right now. And they're going to use this war, the current environment. This is all a setup. This is all a setup for central banks to continue to inflate and inflate much, much more. Okay, crisis to crisis to crisis. People, you see it all. It's in your face. And everything we've spoken about is coming to pass right here and now. All right, with that said, I'm going to let you all go, but I have an announcement. This is my final video of the week. I will not be doing a post-market wrap-up today. As a matter of fact, you're not going to see me until Tuesday. I got to fly into New York for some business, and I will be there until late Monday. So Tuesday, you're going to see me. I'll try to get a video out as early as possible on Tuesday. You will see me then. But I know you're going to be okay because we have prepared each other, let's say, very, very well. You know what to look for. You know what to do. You're not, wandering here through the wilderness, not understanding the current situation. Oh, wow. They have the underboss right now of the Federal Reserve on CNBC. The underboss of the Federal Reserve with his smug, smiling face. Oh, man, I tell you. These things they're not human beings. People, being that this is the last video I'm going to do on Friday, I want you to bring it in. Ready? Love each other, care about each other, and be charitable to each other. Don't fall through the trapdoor they have set for you. Okay, they're going to point at these people as the enemy, these other people as the enemy, because of whatever reason they can come up with. That's a trapdoor. If you fall through it, you lose. You lose. You understand? They want you to lose. They must take your eye off the ball. They can't allow you to know who the real enemy is. Okay, they must remain this invisible, intangible thing. It's much simpler for people to be sold, these people are the enemy, those people are the enemy. It makes the world more tolerable. When it becomes an invisible entity that is really pulling the strings here, and they're not so invisible. This is the central banks. Period. They run the economy. They run the financial system. They run the financial markets. They run it all. They control the cash. Whoever controls the cash controls the world. You understand? I mean, we've been warned about this. I don't know how many times. And people still just let it fly over their heads. They don't get it. They think that presidents, kings, queens, monarchs control the world. It's laughable. It's laughable. It really is. All right, this guy here loves you a lot from the heart. I mean that. If you got something out of this video, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. Share it. Get it out there, all right? I'll see you Tuesday, as I said, people. Take care of each other. Until I see you again, take care of each other, because we're all we got, all right? That's it.